Hey, what is up, Spartans? It is me, FPS Spartan Live, aka Apex Vice 83, coming back to you guys another YouTube video. And today we're gonna be covering something a little more interesting. But before we start, I want to show you guys a few things. I'm creating a game studios. I'm restarting up into the game, deving, all that kind of cool stuff. I'm gonna be forming up a team. I'm not sure if any of my old team members want to join me up on this one. But that's all I really wanted to quickly say. That's just like the profile pic. It got cropped off on the actual channel. I'll leave the channel in the description if you guys want to go check it out, and possibly an annotation at the end of the video if you guys also want to check it out. So let's get into what we're actually talking about today. Currently I'm trying to make some pro teams. I'm doing lots of things like a new channel, pro teams, trying to get new series out there, which is actually gonna happen now. I fixed the frame rate issue, but right now the pro teams I'm gonna be going for, they're all free games, which means if you just want to start playing pro for like no apparent reason, you don't know how to, you don't want to spend any money, then that's all good. We're just gonna hop straight into this. So first things first, I'm gonna show you guys the logos and tell you a little bit about them, stuff like that. But before we get started, and then on like talking about the logos, and ignore this one by the way. This is the TF2 logo, as you can see. This is the League of Legends logo, and this is the Fistful Frags logo. These are all just their short forms of name. This logo will be being replaced, getting like a new kind of made form. I'm going to be changing it to something like this. This is not a done logo. It's in the process of being made. But other than that, we can just move straight into this. So I'll just tell you a little bit about why I picked the name for this. So as you can see, if you've not noticed, the League of Legends team and also the Fistful Frags team have the same exact kind of like letters in their logo, CE, but they surely have different names. They're kind of similar and kind of not similar. So this team for FOF, aka Fistful Frags, is called Coordinated Edge, because this game requires lots of coordination. Now League of Legends does also require coordination, but its name fits it a lot more. But pretty much the inspiration of this logo is that it's nice and sharp. It's pretty much straight to the point, and very, I wouldn't call it bland. It actually somehow needs the, like, it somehow rocks it because I tried to mix in like all the shades and stuff. Everything's nice and sharp, and because this game requires lots of precision, so precision was needed, so that's what I kind of did. I made it nice and sharp, and you have to be directly, like, you have to stop for brief seconds and all that kind of cool stuff, which makes the game it makes it way harder for accuracy. But now let's move on to League of Legends one. So this one's rather simple to understand if you really do pay attention to it. You can see that it kind of gives you that League of Legends feel. I highlighted the text with dirt as well, so like this was like a earth feeling. You got rocks. They don't bother the text too much because it's easy to read, and you got like that earth feeling. So it's based off of Summoner's Rift, the main map on League of Legends. And then Gifted Mesa, it was just when I was playing a bot match trying to record it, and after it like came out like a laggy recording, so I have to record with something else. And then OBS, I already got something else, but that's for another topic, another day, for a different video for you guys. So the logos need being changed. I feel like I did a few things wrong, like with like the fonts and all that kind of stuff, and how I angled off stuff. I don't think I did smoothly enough, but we'll talk about that later. Possibly not, actually. So, now I'm gonna talk to you guys about another thing. So, I want to tell you guys that anyone can join. Each team, except for TF2, is going up to 8 members at max. TF2 is going up to 10 to 14 players, and 16 if we do get a large turnout. And the other, like, 2 players, they actually have to hit a few standards, because they're practically wild cards. But otherwise, anyone can join, really. But I'm also going to be leaving the forums down below in the description to help me figure out what kind of player you are, really. So just give me like your Steam username, or like if it is like a Steam game or something, give me like your username so I know who you are. So I can kind of like figure out who's who, and after I'm gonna try and make like a nice Skype call or something, figure out who's gonna be on like the team and stuff like that. Skype call each person. My Skype is FPS Spartan Live. I'll leave it down in the description just in case you forget. By the time this video is over, this should be like around a 10-minute video, hopefully not too long, because I don't want to use up too much of you guys' time. And the next thing we're going to be talking about is positions. So positions with, first we're going to talk about TF2 positions because they're a lot easier. So as you can see, TF2, it has multiple modes. Majority of the time it's 5v5, and sometimes it is an 8v8 with like the cart pushing and all that kind of different stuff, and also like hard point and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure it's actually mostly 8v8, but in like pro it's 5v5. But pretty much there's gonna be this is like the generic build: 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, 1 medic. So they don't really use the special classes unless it's like an 8v8, like the pyro, the spy, and the heavy, and like the demo men, and like the sniper. Those are considered like special classes that are not really used. But for rotation reasons, unless we're doing an 8v8, the pyro and the spy and heavy will be guaranteed added in. But with the scout and the medic that we have 2 scouts and 1 medic. The medic and one of the scouts, every now and then, the medic can turn into like a sniper. Like we might switch him out to a sniper if we need to like hold a certain point or something. And sometimes one of the scouts out of the 2 can become a demo man for more power and less kind of like fluctuation around the map, for kind of like whenever we need that kind of powerhouse, really. But we're not looking for like a heavy. We're looking for something that's kind of mobile, but not like super mobile. Because as you can see, the Devil Man's not too fast, but definitely way faster than a heavy. So that's all I really need to talk about for the TF2 positions. The League of Legends positions, we don't really need to talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get into teams and we figure out like who's using what champions, and we'll talk about that stuff later. Because that kind of stuff actually, like it kind of changes based on who you're fighting and how they're fighting. And there's all sorts of cool different strategies. But pretty much with FOF, aka Fistful of Frags, since what I usually do is I look at all like MLG or pro leagues for each game to try and see what positions there are. But turns out I could not find any on FOF, aka Fistful of Frags, so I just made my own. Keep in mind they're very generic, so do not judge their blandness. There's gonna be 3 assaults, 1 sniper, and 1 scout. Let me tell you how everything's gonna work and how the positions work. So the assault, I would not really like. I call them like the main team, really. Not that the sniper and the scout are not a part of the team, but like these guys are moving as a unit majority of the time. They're pretty much just supposed to push objectives and be smart about it, while having the sniper as this is now moving on to like the sniper part, because the assaults, they kind of like they're meant for fluctuation at all times in games. The scout and the sniper may every now and then may be switched around on how their playstyle is, but the assaults, they are constantly being switched. Now the sniper's job is to, majority of the time, of how it's going to be, is to look down lanes of where we need the furthest protection. So that's pretty much what the sniper's supposed to do. And the scout's job is to kind of like flank around and also distract the enemy from the objective. How this really works, if we were to be in an in-game situation, and it's kind of like, they have like this one where you like push a cart. I guess it's kind of ripped off of TF2, but it's still fun. I'll tell you that much. It's very fun. The sniper can be looking down sights, looking like right down that area, whether it's like a sharpshooter sniper, which is like one with like an actual scope, and like I don't really want to go on how like the snipers work. They'll be looking down that lane, and since it's like a 3v5 majority of the time, what's gonna happen, since we're not versing like super pros, they won't really have like, I'm not gonna say they're gonna have bad strategies, but I'm gonna say that they're gonna majority of the time be doing like a full-on push or something like that. Nothing too aggressive, I guess. Even though that does sound quite aggressive. The scout's gonna be flanking around. The 3 assaults, of course, they would not be able to take on 5 assaults. This is assuming that they have like the kind of same setup. I would not really say exactly the same or anything, but like all those guys are considered assaults. Those guys would kind of, we would majority of the time would lose that kind of fight. But if we have the sniper, he can probably take out like 1 or 2 people, or really leave them really like injured and weak. After then, even if the assaults are starting to lose and like the sniper might get taken out, if they can hold off just long enough for the scout to get right behind and flank, that's gonna be very, because the majority of the time the scout's gonna be using the sawed-off shotgun. Since it does work in TF2 quite well, it works just as good in FOF, aka Fistful of Frags, and they'll just get hit right from behind. So that's all I really need to talk about for strategy. The last thing we need to talk about is contact information. So if you're interested in joining, leave your contact information, like your Skype or your Steam name, down below in the comments before I say descriptions. And my Skype name is FPS Spartan Live. If you don't want to leave your personal info down there, so no one else can just randomly send you friend requests, because that might get a little bit annoying. And that's all I have to really talk about. So also, I hope you guys enjoyed my little brief intro. like that I added in. I finally got some software to add it in. All my recordings always get lagged by all these different like video editors and stuff like that. But luckily, Fullscreen gave me, like, they have an editor there that I was able to use. So thank you, Fullscreen. That's very helpful to me if you do watch my videos. So thank you guys for watching. This has been FPS Spartan Live, aka Apex Virus 83, signing off. If you guys all enjoyed the video, if any of you enjoyed the video, click that thumbs up button. Also to make it more easier for me to want to upload videos. I do want to upload videos, but it's just extra. It's more motivation really to upload videos. Right now I'm doing gestures with my hands, which you guys can't even see, but it helps out a lot. And if you're not already and you want to see my content I'm posting, subscribe. And this has been FPS Spartan Live, aka Apex Virus 83, signing off. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and game on, guys.